Many of us may have heard that 9/11 was an inside job, or that the Kennedy assassination was carried out by more than one shooter. But most terrifyingly of all, that in this moment, an effort is underway by secretive organizations like the Illuminati to take over the world, little by little. This is the stuff of conspiracy, and today I'm going to examine this question of conspiracy theory. Specifically, what makes up a conspiracy theory, how are they started and spread, and what can be done about them. Let's begin, of course, with what they are made of. Cass R. Sunstein and Adrian Vermeule have co-authored a scholarly piece on the subject in which they say that it is neither mental illness nor simple irrationality that play into it, but rather a lack of relevant information. Typically, conspiracy theories are politically motivated and possess a self-sealing quality which makes them near impervious to argumentation from the outside. Anyone who tries is seen potentially as being in on the conspiracy itself or having been duped by it, especially if that person be a government official. A crippled epistemology is in play. That is, information possessed by the conspiracist may be both limited and terribly wrong. This is evident in the way that they present their information and in the way that they select membership for their own group from other groups that hold extreme views. Sunstein and Vermeule also say that in closed societies, it is more likely that a conspiracy theory is to be seen as true and not false, given the available information. Whereas in an open society, there are more checks and balances in place, which means that with so many viewers on a subject, it's less likely that a secret will remain so for long, so it makes the conspiracy theory both less likely to be true nor justified. Conspiracy theories play on a human need for causality in everything. That is, it is easier for a person to accept a story where some outcome was caused in an instance, whether it was good or bad, rather than it being simply chance. Karl Popper, an author, has said that conspiracy theories tend to overlook the unintended consequences of political and social action, and they assume all consequences must have been intended by someone. This, of course, leads me to causes. 9/11 gave rise to a litany of conspiracy theories, as we all know. To give you an idea of just how powerful these theories are, a poll conducted in 2004 of New York City residents had 49% of respondents saying that the United States government either had pre-knowledge of and did nothing about the attacks, or they directly participated in them. This response was echoed 2 years later, with 39% saying the same thing. In Canada, a poll there had 16% saying that there were bombs placed in the buildings to help them fall down. And in the Muslim world, a poll conducted widely through those lands had 78% saying that it was Israel and not Arabs that carried out the attacks. All of that to say, traumatic events are a leading cause of conspiracy theories. Others are, as I mentioned earlier, oppressive regimes and, of course, economic downturn. So, how are these theories spread? The primary means these days is the internet. You don't have to have a degree to post something online or have even studied in a relevant area, so conspiracy theories pop up on the internet regularly. And movies like Zeitgeist Addendum, Esoteric Agenda, and countless others are among them. Other means are free DVDs, leaflets, billboards, and books. But second to the internet, the most valuable way to spread a rumor is word of mouth. Common sense, right? Now, what can be done? Some say there's nothing that can be done, but Sir Francis Bacon said, "Knowledge is power." So, arm yourself, at least, with as much knowledge as possible, both from the outside perspective and the conspiracist standpoint. You may be able to find a logical fallacy in most conspiracy theories, so try to look for a way through the defenses that usually prevent correction, and try to show that person that there is much more on the outside of the theory. Be sure to try to understand the people that you use hypothetical situations that include sources that they've offered up, so as to play out the scenarios to see if they're even feasible. And then, of course, present your case with their intentions and thoughts in mind. Some common sense do-nots are as follows. Do not assume you know everything. Be prepared to listen. They're operating in a narrow frame of reference, and we're trying to bring them out. So this means it could take a while. Do not expect instant results. Be patient. If they're untrusting of government, do not use governmental sources, at least until they've moved beyond that point. Never resort to name-calling. This may just push them deeper into the theory. And finally, if they will not budge, disengage. There's no sense in arguing with a brick wall. I have examined what makes up a conspiracy theory, how they're started and spread, and what can be done. In the end, there is no one-touch, easy-button solution to conspiracy theories. I believe it is a battle of wits and good sourcing that will carry the day. The question for each of us is, upon which foundation will we build our views? Thank you.